But what was your first impression of the internet, and how did you so quickly realize its potential?
Well, as we're talking about, even before I even had a computer, I was reading about them. The way I sort of visualized it was like the humanity was like acquiring a nervous system. So previously, information had to flow from one person to another. So you either had to meet in person, you had to call them on a phone, or somebody had to carry a letter by hand to someone else. And that was the way that information flowed. But as soon as you have the internet, where everyone's connected, now you could be in a very remote location, and if you've got access to the internet, you have access to all of humanity's information, everything. You have access to the entire kind of collective group mind.
At what time do you get up normally in the morning?
For me, it's usually about 7.
7, okay.
But I go to bed late, so usually I go to bed around 1 a.m. or so.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
And you start the day with a real breakfast, or just with a coffee, or with a water?
That also varies a lot. I think it's probably true that having a good breakfast is a good idea, but usually I don't have time for that. So sometimes it's made for me, but probably half the time I don't have any breakfast. I had to have like coffee or something like that.
Once you said you want to die on Mars, why?
I don't. To be clear, I don't want to die on Mars. It's like we're all going to die someday, and if you're going to pick some place to die, then why not Mars? Okay. If we're born on Earth, why not die on Mars? Seems like maybe it'd be kind of exciting. But so I think, given the choice of dying on Earth or dying on Mars, I'd say, yeah, sure, I'll die on Mars. But it's not some kind of Mars death wish. And if I do die on Mars, I just don't want it to be on impact.